Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to another Smite request. Took me a while this one, it was a pretty rough one if I say so myself. It is going to be Erlang Shen and there is a particular build with him, so that's one of the reasons why it was quite difficult. It's going to be attack speed boots into full lifesteal into an item of my choice. But as an Erlang Shen that can be pretty difficult. I've tried it a couple of times. And mostly in the 5v5 games is actually very rough. You can't really do too much in team fights because you get blown up. I mean, it's not so much that the lifesteal is bad or anything, because if you're able to lifesteal up, you'll be full HP in a matter of seconds. Let's see if we can go for the Anubis. Taking a lot of damage and a nice group up for the upwash, able to get that first blood and an Aegis forced out on the Kurnos. That's a very good start. Not sure what happened with that Naja though. That was weird. But it looks like we will be able to get some stuff going. Let's just grab this buff. Been able to do a good amount of damage already. Don't really want to engage too hard though. And we can go for our own blue. So, the problem I'm having with the Erlang Shen full lifesteal is if you're close enough to continuously fight, it's not bad. But if the opponents have ways to either get you off of them or have just a lot of burst, then the lifesteal isn't going to do that much for you. And that makes things a little bit more difficult. If you're able to stick to someone, yes, it is a lot of healing. But it's not something that you can reliably use as well as you might want to. Looks like it gets flopped. Out of mana. So if I can... Looks like the Anubis already... I need one more basic. Nice! My passive actually got it. The dog was able to hit that final bit of damage. But yeah, Anubis definitely used his ramp already. Otherwise he would have just stunned me as I used my 3 on the Bacchus. Looks like he used it again, so we can definitely try to deal some damage. Nice! Able to get him. That's good for us. I mean, we definitely need some good amount of gold if we want to get this build going. And the best way to... Yeah, he's way too late. Yeah, I figured. The gauntlets are just the best to start with, because you need to stack them up. It will make it a little bit slower though, but if you consider all the other lifesteal options, I think your other option probably is Asi, because it's quite cheap and provides you attack speed, which is pretty good. But if you look at Bloodforge, I feel like it's just way too expensive for what it provides. Not so much that it's bad, the amount of power it provides, or lifesteal or whatever. It's just that I feel like it's a little bit too expensive to get as a second item. That's with a lot of items. For instance, you're also not really well off going for something like a Rod of Tahuti as a second item. There are no real situations where that's beneficial for you. Other than that, something like Deathbringer second item. Those are things you honestly shouldn't be doing. I mean, if you're extremely fat, then there are exceptions. Let's see if I can avoid the damage as much as I can. No, he goes very aggressive. Does force out the Aegis and he'll probably die here. I mean, I don't think he'll survive this. Yeah, the upwash ult guarantees it. So, still worth it. I mean, I got the Anubis. Probably should have used my ult though, to get that damage mitigation and get that healing. So if I use my ultimate to mitigate a little bit of the tower shot, then use my Aegis to buy enough time for my ultimate to pop, I think I could have survived there. But yeah, a little bit late on that one, and then it's not really of any use anymore. Let's see. Oh my god, he stole it. You are going to pay for that, Bacchus. This was our buff. Okay, well, at least we got Bacchus, so it's probably not even worth it for them. I mean, he gets the experience and he denies us the buff, which is not too bad. But dying for it is usually not worth it. But maybe he thinks otherwise, I don't know. They have to do a good amount of damage though. If you're playing Erlang Shen in something like a solo lane or something, there is a good option to go for the... what's it called? Let's see if we can help out the Naja a little bit too deep there. But yeah, there's a good option for you to go for Deathstall. Deathstall's pretty good on him because his dog provides the Deathstall too. So every single basic attack I do, I get the Deathstall proc. And the AoE also provides Deathstall for every single minion I hit. So that's not too bad to have. But in this particular case, I didn't really want to delay it. I mean, every single time you take a starter, you'll get rid of it eventually. It can help you out, definitely, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you just want to progress in your build a little bit quicker, and since I go for attack speed boots anyway, I'd rather not get a starter. If I wanted to go for power boots, then I would have gone starter into boots 1, probably into chalice, because I imagine... Wow, that's a good amount of damage. I am probably going to die here. And I probably should have taunted the Bacchus instead of the... I definitely should have taunted the Bacchus. He stunned me. And by taunting the Kernos, I just guarantee his damage on me with that taunt. He also has Ichabal, so that means that I'll do less damage when he's hitting me. Which is kind of annoying to deal with. Since I don't have too much power yet. I mean, I have 52 power. And he can get rid of 30 of that. So he can get rid of a majority of my damage. Once I get Bloodforge, I'll have a good amount of damage. My Devours will be stacked up a little bit better. So I'll get more damage, but... I don't know. Oh, that Noom is very low. I don't think my pin could have finished it off though, so... And to use that, I definitely should have used my 3 to get close enough. Don't think it would have been the best option. Okay, since I'm going for so much lifesteal and not an awful lot of attack speed, I leveled up my 3 first because I feel like the amount of burst damage I have with that by hitting someone with it, and then have that 30-35% additional attack speed, 30 at rank 4. I'll just be able to do more damage. And if I go for the 1, which I'm now maxing out, I'll go for also a lot more basic attack damage. I'd rather go for that route than go for the 2. The 2 doesn't really provide longer route or anything. It only provides you with the additional damage you get from it, which I feel like is not really worth it, to be honest. Looks like you will be able to get it for free. Let's avoid the rep. Get ulted. Let's grab the buff quickly. As he has procced, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Wow, okay, that's going to be a lot of damage too. That was every single ultimate. To be honest, I'm kind of fine with it. Unfortunately, the Najad died with his ultimate. I think it was out of mana if the portrait with the mana bar was correct. And that's fine. The stacks are going pretty bad. 25 stacks. I mean, I need 75 stacks. I've been having issues stacking. Of course, the Apoish is stacking too, which makes things even more difficult, since he can clear the wave a little bit better than I can. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though. Since I don't really need it that much. But it is a good amount. Oh, destroyed. He hurt me. He definitely hurt me. Otherwise, I don't think he would have turned around there. Should be fine. Actually, I should put more points into my ultimate. It heals a flat amount. And I think the damage mitigation also goes up. So putting more points into that probably will help me out a lot. But I've been neglecting using it anyway, so... Trying to avoid the wrap. Looks like I won't be able to. That's a lot of damage. Use my Sanctuary to avoid as much as I can. Looks like Kernos isn't able to hit his final basic. I think that if he hit the second basic there, probably would have killed me, but luckily enough, not the case. Yeah, I have enough for Bloodforge. That's very good. I mean, that's a big power spike. I have 133 power now. That's very good. Looks like the enemy Kernos went for it as well. And he might go for Frostbound? I hope not. That's pretty annoying for me to deal with. Then, if that's the case, then my final item probably is going to be Wingblade. But I can't really take it yet because, well, the challenge was to go for the full lifesteal first. So, yeah. Maybe I need some defense. Depends on what the Kernos is going for. If he goes for Frostbound, I'm probably forced into Wingblade. Because otherwise I have no real way of getting close to him since my ability... Oh, come on. Taunt him out of it. Okay, that's an ultimate. I can't really do a lot about that. They're so low, both of them. Oh, that sucks. Well, at least one is picked up by the Naja ult. That's unfortunate. That Kurnos Aegis saved his life so hard there. If I get the opportunity, I can lifesteal a lot here. Since I have that much of lifesteal. Yeah, look at that lifesteal. That's so much lifesteal. That's slow. If I didn't get hit by that slow, the Anubis probably would have died. Just because of the amount of well, damage I can do in a very short amount of time when I use my 3 for the additional attack speed. The enemies have returned, they're back alive. Let's see if we can burst this quickly, since he's not paying any attention at all. I missed my 3 on the buff, but that's fine. Completely fine. And I'll back off. I don't really want to risk staying a little bit longer to pick it up. I could. Don't really want to though, since it's quite risky. Final item is going to be the Soul Eater. I'm not a huge fan of Soul Eater. There are very particular situations where I pick it up. Usually when I'm playing something like a warrior and I build quite tanky and we're against a lot of warriors on the opponent's side. If you pick it up then, you'll get a lot of regen out of it because you'll be slap fighting for longer than when you're just fighting a lot of burst mages or hunters. That's one of the few situations where I actually would pick it up. That's fine though. Let's see. Kind of looking for an angle to... they're staying in the tower so much. I know we can also probably go for the Bull Demon. I usually don't like to go for Bull Demon too much when the first tower is still up, but they're staying in the tower so much. If we can get rid of that issue, then we should be completely fine. Look at that lifesteal. I mean, if I can basic attack down 1 wave, I'll probably be able to heal about 1000 easily. So when I'm low on HP, lifesteal is definitely a good option to survive now. Instead of it will heal you a little bit like it's usually. But let's just go for it. I mean, one of them backed, the Kurnos backed, so we definitely have the best option. Nice, we actually got it. Avoiding the Anubis ultimate as much as I can. Taunting inside the Apoage ultimate. We'll be able to get him, and looks like the Bacchus will die too. The Kurnos is here now, but since he backed, we definitely have the edge in this fight. Marshall has fallen though. But yeah, he is down. Nice. I knew that was the best timing to go for that. Since the Kurnos went back and the others weren't really in position, we were able to do a lot of damage. Luckily enough, they weren't able to steal it. But even if they were, they definitely would have died anyway. I don't think that would have turned out anyway differently. And we could have gotten the tower anyway. I don't think that they would have been able... Ooh, we might be able to get this Phoenix actually. Yeah, we can definitely get this Phoenix. That is very good for us. The Bacchus actually didn't clear the Archer minions. I think that if he cleared the Archer minions, I probably could not have taken that. But that's very good for us. That means that I'll be able to finish off the lifesteal. So it has already been a success. I've been able to build it completely. I haven't been able to do so far. Just because of, well, if you can't pressure them out too much in the early game, if you can't get ahead, then getting this build completed is just a pain. And it's very difficult to get in the right position if you're against a lot of burst opponents, or a lot of opponents with a good amount of burst. Let's go for the ultimate. Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage. Whoa, look at that lifesteal. That lifesteal kept me alive so much right there. I just healed about half my HP with 1 AoE swing. Let's use Puree. Nice. Able to get him too. Let's heal up fully with this wave. Look at that heal. And I'm back to full. Okay, I guess that's the upside of having so much lifesteal. That's insane. I do think we can end this here. We have a good amount of damage. We don't have minions with us though, so we need to try and burst this as quickly as possible. It looks like the end. Probably should have leeched it. I think that if I leeched it, it would have been a little bit better, since I could have lifesteal up to full against that wave. But I think Apoage has this. Yeah, he has it. That's fine. Looks like we will be able to pick this victory. My final item was Spirit Rope. If you're wondering why, they have a good amount of CCs. Every single time I died, I kinda got CC'd by either the Kurnos, the Bacchus, or the Anubis. So by going for the Spirit Rope, I'll get a lot of damage reduction when I get CC'd. And it provides me protections against both sides, which did a lot of damage. I mean, I feel like Kurnos did the most damage, but Anubis and Bacchus together also is kind of annoying to deal with, since they can do so much damage together. Anyway, that is going to be it. We had a lot of damage, by the way. Poisoned me. But yeah, this was the full Lifesteal build. I don't recommend using it, to be honest. I feel like it's quite difficult to make it work. And the main reason for it is because you don't have any additional health, you don't have any additional protections, and getting close as Erlang Shen can be quite difficult. You really need to be able to surprise someone to get close to them, or use your 3 while they don't have any CCs up. Otherwise it will be very, very difficult for you to get near them, even trying to deal any damage to them. But I guess it worked out this game. We were able to kind of get close to them a couple of times when they used their abilities. Mainly the Anubis rep. Anubis rep is probably the easiest to confirm when I go for my 3. So once that's used, I'll have better opportunity to go for it. If the Kurnos went for his Frostbound though, then it would have been way more difficult. I'm not sure why I went for this one. Of course, he will be able to deal more damage when his teammates CC us. So I guess that's one of the reasons. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have another request, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to give it a go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.